It's Saturday, February 19th, 2022. It's very late, close to midnight. Just got back from Los Angeles with Sid, and I was just putting some video together that we shot earlier today in Los Angeles. And I was reading this article that was authored by Michael Snyder on The Hedge earlier. And it's titled, "The Cost of Living in the US is Rising to Absolutely Absurd Levels." And if you get a chance, check out the article. It's very, very good. But it really relates to more of the evidence that is in this video, the video that we shot today in different parts of Los Angeles. And there is a lot of pain and suffering out there, and there's really two parts of the spectrum. You see people out there eating, drinking, driving around. I can't even remember the last time I've seen so much traffic. Literally, people are driving around like gas is 99 cents a gallon out here in California, and it is not. But very, very busy. Freeways extremely busy. Some of the restaurants, some of the bars, extremely busy. Many of them not. Many of the stores not busy. But people were out, beautiful day. And I asked myself, how in the world are people paying the bills? I mean, you're looking at gas, nearly $5 a gallon on average here in California. And people are out driving around like it's nothing. And you have people living in tents, cardboard boxes, vacancies by the hundreds today, if not the thousands in LA. We didn't have enough time in the day. We wouldn't have enough time in the week to go through the amount of vacancies in Los Angeles. But going back to this article, over the years, a majority of people simply didn't care about economics. They went to work, paid their bills, and left the rest to the politicians. All that has changed. Most people just want things to go back to normal. And ladies and gentlemen, things are not going to go back to normal. When you're out in LA, and it's not just LA, it's happening all over, but LA is such a big city with so many people, and you're really seeing the breakdown of this economy at such a magnitude. It's really hard to, like, video doesn't even really explain how bad the situation really is. Again, I wouldn't have enough battery life on my camera today to shoot everything we saw. So hopefully over the next day or two, you'll realize what is happening, because we shot as much as we could in a short period of time. Over the past couple of years, the Federal Reserve has pumped trillions of dollars into the financial system. You just cannot undo the damage that has taken place over the last couple of years, really over the last decade. So much damage. And today is clear evidence, again, of the damage, how people are living, people just barely surviving, living on the streets, the businesses that are done, boarded up, closed down. Americans' total national debt is now over $30 trillion. If you stack $30 trillion of debt with $100 bills, it would reach weather satellites in outer space 20,000 miles away. That's what $30 trillion looks like in $100 bills. 20,000 miles up into space. Cost of living has now hit the stratosphere. So obvious when you look at how people are living in the so-called wealthiest nation on planet Earth. People paying $700 over MSRP for a new car. Average cost of a new car, nearly $46,000. If you look at Cadillac, $4,000 over sticker now to buy a new Cadillac. Gas in California has reached a record $4.72 per gallon. and it's going much higher. Now, imagine if gas hits $6, $7 per gallon, what this is all going to look like. Yet many people today driving around, I mean, literally, I think I saw over 1 million people on the freeways of Los Angeles today. And again, it looked like they were paying 99 cents a gallon. It's just unbelievable. Where and how are they doing this? 70% of people in this country living paycheck to paycheck, yet everybody's out driving around. You know how it's being done, because people are able to put it all on a credit card. They can go out, they can buy drinks, they can have lunch, they can go to dinner, they can fill up their Cadillacs, their SUVs, they're out and about, and they are just acquiring so much debt. Not everybody is broke. I understand not everybody's poor, but we are looking at the data. 70% of this country, and I reported 80% back in 2019 during the good times. They were saying 80% were living paycheck to paycheck. So, you know, pick your number. 70, 80% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck, yet people are living so far beyond their means. Lumber prices on a new home, on average, up $19,000. And I'm just appalled, again, with what I saw in Los Angeles today. The desperation, the despair, people have just given up, and we are being so conditioned to accept people living on sidewalks, people living in boxes, people living in tents. So many people in LA are living in dilapidated RVs and campers parked all over the city. Venice Beach, so many people living in their cars, living in RVs. And ladies and gentlemen, let me please emphasize this. This was just a very, very small portion of what we could show you. It would take weeks, maybe months, to actually go through a city the size of Los Angeles and just show you all the damage. It's literally everywhere. You can go into Century City, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica. It's everywhere. How are people making ends meet? And the only thing I can figure out is they are going deeper and deeper into debt. They are acquiring so much debt to survive. And this game is going to end sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to end very, very bad. Many people are giving up right now. The evidence, again, very, very clear. People, homeless, is one example of how bad this economy is getting. We've never seen the crisis this bad. The food shortages, 14 million people food insecure here in America. People today short fuse, blowing the horns, multiple accidents as we were trying to get up to LA, multiple accidents, people driving like maniacs. I saw hundreds that I can attest to. Hundreds of businesses in LA shut down permanently. And there is no doubt thousands upon thousands of businesses that have shut down in Los Angeles alone. We saw dozens of businesses along the freeway, for sale, for lease, gone, game over. I mean, dozens, if not 100, just on the drive up to LA. But when we got there, it was the epicenter of economic carnage. Unfortunately, we're not going to see years of prosperity as we've been promised. We are going to see years of desperation. And every one of you needs to get in the mindset right now. You better get your finances under control. You better get your spending under control. You better make sure that you have a way of protecting yourself. If it's this bad right now, things look like this right now in a city like Los Angeles, in a state, the 5th largest economy in the entire world, California, okay? 5th largest economy in the entire world. And you look at Los Angeles, the place where people come to fulfill their dreams, to be in movies, the glitz, the glamour, the movie stars, Rodeo Drive, the mansions. It looks like a cesspool. Imagine what this is going to look like a year from now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is coming to a town near you. Get ready. Absolutely beautiful day here in Venice Beach, swarmed with thousands of people. Everybody's out, not a care in the world. It's really, really interesting, but lots and lots of vacancies. Look who I'm here with today.
Hey everybody, just here in Venice, hanging with JV.
So just out here getting a little exercise, taking care of a few things out here in LA. Thought we'd shoot the scene. Real busy. Look at that. Everybody's out enjoying the weather, but the vacancies continue to pile up. So it'll be an interesting video today as we cruise through Venice and see what's really, really going on. Bites the dust. Closed. Closed. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 vacant retail lease, ladies and gentlemen. Take
You
this.
use some gym shorts? You go, man. You can hit the gym with all, some Fila.
Yeah, I got some weight to lose. It's better than.
You go, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So down here in Venice with Sid, he wanted to pass out some clothes today, and we're gonna walk a few blocks through the town, see what's going on. But just continued vacancy after vacancy throughout LA. Restaurants, little business owners, and tents everywhere. It's just absolutely incredible what's going on. So just do what we can, make a little difference today, pass out some clothes. Thanks to Sid for being here. Sid? So we're just walking up to Gold's Gym here, and it's just shocking. I can't even say enough. Just at times, we've been here before, but it just feels every time you're in LA, Venice Beach, it just always seems like you're in another world. So here we are. I mean, dozens and dozens of tents, and there's Gold's Gym. So maybe Arnold will show up today. Hope he's helping people. He's got deep pockets, a lot deeper than ours. Thanks to everybody for all the support. So it allows us to put gas in the car and grab some water, some foods, dog food, whatever, come out here and pass it out, clothes, whatnot. So thanks a lot.
So I just handed out a bunch of clothes, to the needy. These guys are very gracious, very thankful. It's just something small like this makes someone's day, and you feel good inside because you're making a difference for people that need. Just a reminder of the reality that we're in, this homeless epidemic. These people living on the street in tents. It's very sad to see.
Okay. Absolutely unacceptable, in my humble opinion. It just seems more and more common that people are just really ignoring this humanitarian crisis and just being conditioned to drive by the tents, drive by the homeless, drive by the needy, drive by the hungry. Just conditioned. People just, rollerblading by, skateboarding by, driving by. It's unbelievable. And I think as a nation, as a people, we have really lost sight and lost our priorities, where we just don't really care anymore about other people or how they got there, or what kind of problems they have, or if they're hungry. We don't care any longer. We just don't care. And I think as a nation, we're going to be judged. When we're just coming through these areas, let me just caution everybody. I see people sometimes making these videos, and they are not very, very prepared sometimes for coming into areas like this. And you have to be prepared sometimes to engage with people. So, if you do this, I highly advise that you take appropriate precautions, wear the right gear, make sure that you have security with you at all times, and be ready to engage, because sometimes when we're out here, we have had incidences before, but it's rare. But you just never know. And I see people walking sometimes in flip-flops and whatnot, and have a good pair of shoes, be able to engage or, get out of a situation, and shoes. And that's another thing too. When we talk about preparation, Sid, I was just talking about, times where we've had to engage in the past, nothing too bad, but always wear a good pair of shoes. I see people sometimes film these videos wearing flip-flops, we're always making sure security is of the utmost importance, because Venice is I guess a tourist attraction, but when you get a couple blocks off the beach and you're in these streets, you've got people with drug issues, with mental disorders, violent people, and to me, when we talk about preparation, here's one thing you can begin with: get yourself a good pair of shoes, a good pair of boots. I think because you cannot fight, you cannot engage, you cannot get out of a situation unless you have good shoes.
You gotta have good traction. You gotta be able to move and get out of a situation as soon as possible.
Timberland?
Got my Timberlands on.
Salomon. I'm wearing Salomon today. I love my Salomons. Sid's got his Timberlands on. So, you never know what you might encounter. Make sure you're prepared for it. And we will continue. So there's one available. Last time I was out here, available. Still available. Come over here. This building right here. It's a beer company. So we got House Beer Company. This thing's been shut down for at least a year. Still shut down. So 2 properties right across the street from one another, down. Some of the places continue to look busy as we're out here. A lot of people out here walking around. I would say the stores are dead. The bars and restaurants seem very, very busy. So very, very interesting out here. So,
1 block over from the tents.
Look at all the gear on that contraption. So we're just walking down Venice here, and the RVs just pile up along the roadside. That's it.
This is unbelievable, an affluent town like Venice, and this is happening. The homelessness is out of control, and the people don't have anywhere to go, so you're seeing a lot more of this.
Yeah, so so there's just blocks of this out here, and this is parked in front of, I think this was, what is this? I think this was the old Google building right here. Somebody let me know. I think it's the old Google building, not sure, but check it out. So we continue to see people living out of cars, in vans, and RVs, tents. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Endless.
It's endless, it really is.
And everyone is just, accepting it and accepting the fact that the homeless crisis is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, people just walk by this every day, drive by it every day. And this is parked out in front of houses, in front of office buildings. This is what it's come to in LA County.
Got a $3 million property across the way.
Yeah, how would you like that parked out in front of your beach house, ladies and gentlemen? We have to go around it. I mean, it's a total, it's really, it's literally Venice Beach, Mad Max, Thunderdome. So you can't even get through on the sidewalks here because of this. So it's just another day in Venice. I will say we're getting good exercise today, burning off the calories so we can grab an early dinner. Sounds good. Got the Tesla right here. The Tesla right there. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. People just parking and living all over LA now. And it's becoming more and more common. Behind me, nice restaurant, everybody eating, enjoying themselves. And right across the street, tents. Tents all the way down the street for blocks on both sides. That's what's happening today in the world, right? Especially right here in LA. Another one right here, just sitting vacant. It's been vacant for well over a year. Big building, really sad. That's vacant. Right there, vacant.
We're on Main and in Venice.
Main and Marine, corner over there, space available. Just unbelievable. The amount of vacancies, look at that. Right on the corner. Dynamic properties. There's another empty one right there.
This is Santa Monica.
We're Santa Monica now? Yeah.
Big corner one.
That's all closed on the corner. Closed. Store closing, sale, look at that. Available for lease. Now we're in Santa Monica. Unbelievable. And it looks like we're gonna have another one right here on the corner here.
Yeah, that's vacant.
Yep. And here's another one right here. ZJ boarding house. It's all closed up. Corner unit gone. Here's one for lease right on the corner up top there. That whole corner. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We're in Santa Monica, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Monica.
Another one closed.
That's all closed up. And this is just one side. We're not even looking at the other side.
Other side, a bunch of for lease.
Wow.
Vacant.
This one's available. Another one. That's closed. Boutique Los Angeles. This corner store, whatever that is, all closed. 360 closed. Closed. The whole, look at the size of that building. For lease. Big one. We were right across from the ocean, ladies and gentlemen. Right across the street from the ocean. All boarded up. Look at this. All boarded up, ladies and gentlemen. Downtown Coffee,
Closed.
all closed. Look at the size of this building. We're one block off the water in Santa Monica. This is really
And across the
incredible.
way here, closed.
Sid just pointed out this one.
Big
Closed.
building.
Boy, these big buildings on the corner. Incredible to see this kind of real estate. It's some of the richest, most expensive real estate in the country, ladies and gentlemen. It's all boarded up and closed up. Right on Main Street here in Santa Monica.
Gated up.
Yep.
All gated up. Look at
1, 2, 3 in a row. Gone.
that. Somebody's holding the nose.
1901 Main Street. Sign says for lease.
Somebody's holding the notes on these buildings, and somebody's got to pay those high rents.